What's up? I'm Cutter, Razor 947 at Razor Wisconsin, Instagram. Give us a follow on all our social medias. We're doing fun stuff like this while we're all stuck in, you know, isolation. Which, fun fact, that's an Alter Bridge song that I actually really like a lot. I hope you're well. Listen, I'm going to grab my guitar actually in a minute. So, there's a guy by the name of Justin McCain. Justin McCain is in a band entitled Through Fire. And this is something we talked about for a little while about getting together on Instagram Live or anywhere and grabbing our guitars. See, Justin and I have talked guitars multiple times with each other, so we thought this would be a fun thing to do, to just grab our guitars and see what happens. I don't know if he's going to teach me how to play. I don't know if he's going to teach me how to play something. If I'm going to teach him how to play something, I'm sure he's a much better guitar player than I am, though. So I think he is here. Justin, as it connects. So we're waiting for it to connect. What's up, dude?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Let me try
Hey,
and figure
how
this
did
out. I'm in.
you in socks?
Yes, I am.
Feel bad.
See these?
What's going on, man? How are you?
There we are. What's up, dude?
Let me turn that up a little bit. There you go. Not much. Hanging out in my basement. Where are you hanging out?
I'm also in my basement, and I got a very small corner because my wife and I are remodeling the house, and so the basement has become the storage area, boxes everywhere and stuff, and so I kind of got my man cave taken away from me until it gets redone, you know?
Man, it's an important thing to have.
It is very important.
Absolutely.
But here we
Yeah,
are.
I had built, and I've said this a couple times, I had built myself a little studio in my basement. Well, I actually had the help of my friend Diablo. He really built it. I just decorated it, put stuff where it needed to be. But yes, I have a little studio down here, which is nice. I could do my radio show
Great.
for an isolation.
Yeah.
So
Heck
working
yeah.
on the house, you're remodeling the entire house or just parts of it?
Well, it started with, what did it start with? Painting something, and that led to project after project. Here's the problem. Once my wife figured out I knew how to do one thing, she's like, "Well, you can probably do something else." And so I should have just messed up the first time, so I wouldn't have had all these responsibilities. But here I am,
Way
two
to
weeks
go.
in,
All of a sudden, the honey-do list gets longer and longer and longer.
every single day. Yeah, but it's cool. It's gratifying seeing the changes. So
There you go. There you go. Hey, somebody just asked, do you know who Chris Voles is, Justin?
Chris Voles.
Yeah. Do you remember the band Flaw?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so somebody just asked, would you guys make a song with Chris Voles of Flaw?
Hmm. Hey, I'm always down to collab with anyone, really.
Will you collab with me?
Anyone other than you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, we
I
talked about that a long time ago. We,
We did talk.
when
We,
was it?
we had a whole conversation. Were we at Rock USA? Is that right?
Yep, Rock USA.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. We had a whole conversation. Listen, to be completely honest, like I've played guitar since I was 10 years old, right? And I gave it up for a while, and then I came back to it, and then I started another band, and then I gave that up, and as you do. And I had just started writing again. I actually, yeah, I showed you a riff that I had been working on. I don't remember anymore, but um,
I
and
remember
that's
that.
how
It
the
was
conversation got
cool.
started. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was excited. That was the first riff I'd written in like 3 years.
And then I asked if I could be in your band, and you said I wasn't good enough. I'm just kidding.
I did, but that was live on the air, and that was to be funny. Behind the scenes, like, oh,
Oh,
that was really cool.
all right.
Gotta
Awesome.
be a hard ass on the
Yeah,
on the.
of
So,
course.
um, tell me about this cover of Roxette's "Listen to Your Heart." Before we do anything else, I want to know how this came about. I mean, bands cover songs all the time. I'm in a cover band, for crying out loud, but particularly an old Roxette song, and that particular song, and to make it heavy.
Well, so we were kicking around some ideas in general for covers because we wanted to do what would essentially have been a bonus track on the album, just something for fun, you know. And
Hmm.
so we were talking to the label about it too, and the owner Ash had thrown out some ideas, and Grant and I, my singer, were talking about some different things. So it's just one that kind of stuck out, and it might seem random and maybe like something we wouldn't typically do, but that's kind of why we liked it. And you know, whether I should admit it or not, I am actually a fan. When I was a kid, I liked Roxette. You know, some people are like, "Well, that's not hardcore enough," you know, but I always thought she was a great artist, and I thought musically I could do some cool things with the song. And I knew Grant, our singer, has a range that a lot of people don't know yet because we just haven't went there a whole lot. Bits and pieces. If you listen to all the songs on the albums, you know, they'll get up there in some spots. But I knew he could nail that song in you know, in that range. So I thought it'd just be cool, and he thought it'd be cool, and the band thought it would be great. So that's what we did.
Is it hard to take a song like that and really and not just cover it, but to really make it your own in your own style?
Well, I don't think so. I think pretty much anything we would have covered would have been our own thing because, you know, going into the studio, you automatically put your own imprint on it. Just with how I play and how Grant sings, for example, you know. So, whatever we would have chosen, it would have had a through fire feel to it. But I feel like there are definitely songs, content wise, lyrically, you know, or you know, different beats and stuff, songs that would be easier to sculpt to be more fitting for Through Fire. And I think, you know, going in there and doing that with Listen to Your Heart, it turned out really good.
It did turn out really good, man. It really did. Was it so you guys released the video for that song, and I'm gonna go here for just for a minute because the day you guys released the video for that song is when the world found out that the lead singer of Roxette had passed away. Um, was there a moment of going, oh shit, we gotta take this down. We gotta not do this, or was it okay? This happened. Like, what was your mindset? Like, what did the band feel like when that announcement came on the same day that you released the video?
Well, actually, it was the next day that we found out she had passed away on the
Oh,
same day we released the video, but we didn't know that until the next day when we woke up and it was all over the news. So it happened the same day, but you know, we found out a day later. But you know, a million things run through your head. It's just, first of all, how in the world did it, you know, happen like this, the timing wise? I mean, that's just crazy.
insane.
So there's no way you could ever predict something like that. It's just absolutely uncanny. So we felt as though, you know, we needed to consult with the team and see what the right moves were because obviously we never want to do anything with bad intentions. Our intentions are always good.
Hmm.
So we didn't want to be perceived as though, oh, you're putting something out just because of this. It literally happened the same day. So, you know, it's just crazy timing. And we decided, you know, it'd be good to keep it up and just keep pushing because that's what we were intending on doing regardless. So why change that now? And then furthermore, why not try and do something positive? So we created a fund and teamed up with St. Jude's Children's Hospital to donate proceeds to them and stuff. So just doing anything we could to turn such a tragic situation into something positive. And we just kept pushing forward with it.
It is really amazing that you guys decided to go the charity route with that. I think, I think that's always cool when a band does that. Obviously, for
I
so
think
many
it's the right
people.
thing to do. In general, I mean, you know, even if the situation was different, we love getting behind charities and stuff. You know, with Breathe on our last album, you know, we really tried to build a campaign with homeless veterans and homeless in
Hmm.
general. We just, you know, anything we can do to potentially give back because um, you know, we have a little bit of a platform here. We just really always want to be positive and you know, kind of pay it forward in a sense, you know.
Right, right. It's cool. Why St. Jude's? Out of curiosity, what was the reason to go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital?
Well, Marie had passed away from cancer. I don't know the exact type. I believe it was a some form of a brain cancer.
Hmm.
So we felt as though donating to some sort of cancer foundation would be the right decision. And then, of course, you know, how can you not help out kids and their families and stuff? So we thought St. Jude's would be a really special charity to get behind because we could potentially help make a difference with families and more than just one person, you know.
Gotcha. If anybody has any questions, obviously feel free to leave it in the comments. We always love hearing from you. And I know we have our guitars. This is something we had talked about. So, dude, I'm gonna grab mine.
Yeah, I
And
got mine right here. Let me try and put this phone down. Am I sideways to you?
yes,
Okay,
man, you're
so
always sideways to me.
yeah, there you go.
Okay, so like I'm tuned pretty low because I was covering in a Day to Remember song earlier. Um,
Heck
what
yeah, I
tuning
love
did you
that.
guys actually? Oh yeah, dude.
We're in drop A.
Holy crap. Okay, so let's do that.
So I'm A, E, A, D, F sharp.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta get my mind around this. All right, A. What is it? A what?
A,
Uh huh.
E, A.
My guitar's like, what are you doing to me?
Yeah.
So, well, hey, while I'm tuning this to this low, why don't you explain something real quick? Because to truly, a guitar is set up in standard tuning starts with E, um, and that's traditionally what most guitars are set up in. To tune it this low, do you have to do anything special, or do you have a baritone guitar, which is a lower tone guitar?
So shout out to PRS. That I'm endorsed by PRS, and they've been great to me. So on the last album, I was tuned in drop B, and I played a custom 24 PRS, and I put an extra, or I didn't do it because I'm not good at any of this, but I had an extra spring put into the back here because it was a semi-floating bridge. So just to hold that tuning well, that worked. But to go all the way down to drop A, the tuning doesn't hold well with that other guitar because you need a longer scale. So PRS sent me this awesome custom 24 SE. It's actually a Mark Holcomb model because that's what they had in a longer scale. So
That's
it's
a
a
pretty
25.
guitar.
Yeah, but they put my name on it because they think I'm kind of
Ooh,
cool. I don't know.
you're a big deal. You got your own guitar? That's not a.
kind of, kind of.
Is a signature series guitar anything that's ever been talked about?
Yeah, I asked them and they said, "Well, you need to get really famous first." So I said, "I'm
Like
working
I've
on
been
it."
in, I've been in not one but two bands some people have heard of. What do you mean?
Exactly. Well, they said, "We'll keep sending you free guitars, but yeah, we'll wait on the signature series for a little while."
I'll take the free guitars, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, PRS is
I know
awesome.
I keep posting these videos every day of so I do a feature on my show called Cutter's Guitar Shop where I play a riff from one of the bands we play. I have not
Hmm.
done Through Fire, although I may after today. Um, I always take Schecter guitars because I have a Schecter. thinking,
Sweet.
maybe someday they'll see it and then I'll get a free one. That's my hope. Fingers crossed.
That may happen for you.
I mean, I doubt it, but. Oh, listen to him shred. Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Kinda.
Should I turn up?
Ooh. Yeah, that doesn't hold at all. Here, while we figure this out, Zubins wants to know, what's the best thing to you about being in a band?
The best thing about being in the band, was that the question?
Yep. To you.
Well, there's a lot of great things about being in a band. First of all, I like all the guys I'm in a band with, so that's always a positive.
That's important.
Yeah, it's very important. But in general, I think having the platform and the ability to reach a lot of people with music, because when I went up, music saved me in a lot of ways, and it was my escape. And it's cool to be able to have, like I said, the ability to create something and put it out in the world. So that's what I love about being in a band most of all, is really the songwriting aspect, but also being on stage. And you can probably attest for this too, Cutter. Being on stage, it's just like a adrenaline that you can't experience anywhere else. It's just, performing is awesome,
Oh my
It's
God,
the
yeah.
ultimate release.
There it is. I'm just gonna say day, man. Listen to that. That's dirty.
Yeah, that's fun. What are you playing through?
I have an Orange Crush.
Oh, cool.
With a Marshall cab. Although, if you can hear the feedback, it's not grounded properly down here. I got to figure that out. But yeah. I think I might need a new cord.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. My husband and I are eating and watching y'all jam. Perfect dinner and show. Nice.
Awesome. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool. So, how do you play this song, man? What do you guys do?
Well, I wish there was a way we could turn this sideways so you could see my whole neck, but so basically it's pretty simple. That's
Yeah,
the main thing. So we start off on 2.
Okay.
2 to 9.
I don't know if your sound is cutting out, man, but every time you run up, I can't hear you.
Every time I play?
Yeah. So it cuts out. There it is.
I just turned down my volume. One more. So 2 to 9.
Yep.
Open. Back to 2. Got to go one up higher on the second note.
What?
One.
2 to 9,
Go up 1 fret. Yeah. There's Mike. 10. Am I playing 10? Well, I never passed math class.
You said 9. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. Come on, man.
Well, this is one thing we got to get straight. I am not a guitar teacher, so I am not a good guitar teacher. I just play.
It's a good thing I'm not paying you for this.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's 2 to 9, open to 2.
2 to 10. Open to 2. Exactly. And then I do this little thing, and that's basically the 5th fret, but it's only, I use my pinky, and it's just, so it's,
Like that?
yep, and then there's a little bit more at the end. So, yeah. So.
Oh, tin, 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 tin.
Yep. The pattern's right, but it's that note. Yep.
Oh, okay, you're up higher.
One string down. Yep. So that's the beginning riff, the main riff.
Hold on 1 second. Because I'm still having a hard time hearing your guitar, Justin. I'm still having a hard time hearing your guitar.
Does it need to be louder, or is it too loud so it's...
Turn it up a little bit. Try that. Always. You know what? The phone. I don't know if I'm assuming you're using a phone, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's cutting out the audio as soon as you start playing louder. Does mine do that?
No, I can hear yours.
Let's see. Somebody just said, I think Justin's amp is just blowing out his camera mic. Oh, that could be.
Yeah, so I'll turn down. Still doing it?
Yeah, yeah. As soon as you get.
I'll turn down even more. Nothing?
No.
Weird.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly.
Weird. Need a better phone, man. See, I don't hear that rhythm. That's the problem. But change angle of phone, somebody suggested.
Yeah, I tried that, but...
Go sideways for now. Who cares?
Still doing it?
Yeah, still doing it.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know how to remedy that.
That sucks. Break out the acoustics.
Yeah, we could.
What's that?
We could, but
I'm literally reading everybody's suggestions because I want to try to figure it out. Let's see. Push it further back. Maybe that's it. My amp is actually behind my phone, so I don't know if that's... Maybe that's why.
can you hear me when my amp's off?
Yeah, actually.
You can? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me try this.
Weird enough. Everybody now, this is what setup at band practice looks like. This is literally it. It's an hour of this. Oh, English is a little bit different. No, you're too loud, man. Can you turn down a little bit? No, I can't hear you over the drums. Can you turn that back down?
Yep. What about now? Can you hear me now?
No, the audio cuts out as soon as you start going.
That is so weird. It doesn't matter where I move my amp if the amps on it doesn't work.
Katie, you are not so invested in this. Shut up. Katie, get in here. Can you come in here? Katie's got to relieve the guitar players.
Hi, Katie. What's it say?
Katie, you got to request in order for me to get you in, I think. Well, anyway, so that's the main riff. So while we're waiting for that.
What's that?
Oh, really, Katie? I didn't see you. How does that? No. Here, this is an okay boomer moment right here. Yeah, Katie, I don't see any requests from you. I don't know if maybe it doesn't work. Whatever. This is our first time doing this way, by the way, so bear with us. Okay, so what I was gonna say, Justin, without the amp off, play that whole progression once.
With it off?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we already went over is.
So that's the part I'm not hearing that rhythm, man.
I'm going to try something else, so just hold on.
Okay. I want to get Katie in here, but I don't. You just said you requested again, but I don't see the request coming up. So I'm sorry, Katie. Right? This is comedy. This is Instagram Live comedy right here with Justin from Through Fire and Cutter from Resin 94.7 104.7.
That's
Guitar
right.
comedy. Hit the little faces at the bottom of the screen. She's literally going to walk me through this. Okay. These are filters, Katie. What are you trying to do?
Any different?
No.
No?
No.
I have no idea what the problem is. I just put my amp behind the phone like you have yours.
Oh, well. Try again. See, that's fine. Play chords. Yeah, so as soon as you start hitting those low chords is when it does it. When you were soloing, I can hear you just fine.
Huh.
Yeah, MGG World keeps saying go to the clean channel. Just do it on the clean channel. I
That's
don't
my
know.
old guitar tech, Mr. Mike.
Still randomly cute. Thanks, dude. Yeah, okay. I mean, I heard you there.
Cool. So,
Yeah, okay. Keep going. Go a couple progressions.
so that's the intro, and then it goes into the verse, which is pretty simple. It's just basically playing through that and muting it. Palm muting.
Oh, so just, yeah, palm muting it?
Yeah. But then right before the chorus, it goes to this note. Just for a second.
So palm muting, so if anybody's curious, palm muting is just taking your palm and putting it right here to get that chug. So the verse then would go. Right?
I'm gonna turn this bass down. Yeah. So. And then it loops back around. Don't worry about the palm muting that.
Right. Yeah, so it doesn't do that during the verse?
Right.
Gotcha.
So yeah, real simple. Four times through, and then
Okay.
a little pre-chorus note.
Where are you on the pre-chorus? I'm sorry.
Can you see my guitar? I can't see my own guitar.
Now I can. What, tell me the numbers of the frets.
The pre-chorus chord is 7.
Okay.
And so it's stop. There's a little rest, and then it goes into the chorus. So the chorus is 5. Open. Repeat. And 5. Open. Oh, I went 9 because I was fooling myself. It's 10. Back to 5. So yeah, that just repeats. Really simple.
That's the chorus?
Yeah. Hold on.
should have added some chug in that.
Huh?
Should have added some chug in that.
Oh, I do a little. Hold on. One thing that keeps happening with this guitar, and I got to get my guitar tech to fix it, but
I absolutely agree, MDG World.
my fret's coming up. My 25th fret's coming up, so the string, anytime I go to do anything where I play on that string, it gets caught under there.
Ouch.
Get taken care of. Yeah. So we'll make this high pitch.
Okay, so how many like, you know, we see so many guitar players and playing bands and stuff, and right, there's so many guitars. There's so many guitars. Guitar for this, guitar for that. A room of guitars at home, you know, whatever. I know you're more working class, but how many guitars do you have? Do you currently own?
I own 3 guitars, actually. So I actually used to have a lot more, but I switched to exclusively PRS, so I have my 3 go-to guitars. Excuse me. And really, that's all I need for because we play 2 different tunings, so really I should probably have 4 just so I have a backup for each tune.
Yeah.
But I get by with 3. But I think a lot of guys have so many guitars because maybe they play in a lot of different tunings, or you know, maybe they just like having a lot of guitars. I don't know, but
well, you get guitars.
3 work for me.
I think he did this to show off, but Zach Myers from Shinedown did a Facebook Live concert for us 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and he did it in his guitar room at his house. It's just guitars everywhere. The whole room was just guitars. Like everything behind him was just guitars. It was insane.
Well, see, I don't necessarily have a problem.
Obviously, they make a little bit more money than the rest of us, but
yeah, there you go. So someday that might be the case, but if you're talking practicality, like on stage, I really at this point only need 3. But yeah, I'll probably become a pretty good guitar collector at some point in my life. Just have random guitars on the wall for no reason other than they look pretty.
Right, exactly. What's your dream guitar? I mean, take the PRS thing out of the equation. Like, growing up, when you're a guitar player, like, that's the guitar I gotta have at some point in my life. That's my dream guitar.
Well, to be honest, it was a PRS guitar. The first time I ever seen one, I'm trying to think of when that was. I mean, way back in the day when I was real young, you know, like you'd see, like when I'd watch MTV or something, hair metal bands have like, what were they, like Jacksons or Kramers or something. My first real guitar was a Jackson. Well, it was Charvel. I think that's the type of Jackson. So that was pretty sick for me.
I remember the Charvel catalog.
What's that?
I remember the Charvel catalog.
Yeah. So, and then of course, you know, when I was young watching MTV and stuff, you know, couldn't help but idolize Slash, and he's always playing a Les Paul. So, you know, I grew up liking those. But once I first laid eyes on a PRS, that was like I fell in love like instantly. And then when I actually played one, I was like, wow, these are the guitars I want to play forever. So luckily, you know, got to the point where they endorsed me and I'm legitimately playing my dream guitars. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
How about you?
I mean, I've kind of gone back and forth in life, but like there was a guitar, and I probably always think of this because it's always eluded me and I've never been able to get it. But I'm poor. There was a guitar that I played. There was a vintage guitar shop, and I don't think it's there anymore, in Chicago. It was on Clark Street. It was by the alley. I remember that because that's where we were, and I know that we were within walking distance of the alley anyway, so there was this vintage guitar shop there, and they had a couple old SGs. But there was a couple of years of SG where they had a thinner neck. You know, so Gibsons have, I don't know, to explain it to somebody who doesn't know guitars. So this is a pretty thick neck on this Schecter, right? It's meant for speed. But Gibson has thicker necks, so you can play those bulky chords. But there was a couple years of SGs I didn't have. So it was a 77 Gibson SG, and it had a thin neck on it. That is the guitar that I've always wanted. My hands aren't that big, so I always wanted, I always like the smaller necks, but that guitar, and I haven't ever been able to find one that I could afford anyway.
A 77 SG?
Yep.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. When I recorded with Howard Benson
the Alley,
ago,
I'm sorry. I'm going to cut you off for 1 second just to answer this question. The Alley is a clothing store in Chicago. Used to be. I think it's still there, but I think it's under different owners, or they do something that looks like a coffee shop now. But it was a lot of the rock and roll wear in the early 2000s, 90s. The shirt I had from there was the first time I ever saw the phrase "fuck you, you fucking fuck."
you still have that shirt?
No, I wish.
Oh.
I wish. I'm sure I outgrew it at some point.
Well, we can make new ones. That's a good shirt to have.
Right? Exactly.
Speaking
Anyway,
of, what shirt do you have on right now? Is today May 4th?
Today's the 4th.
Wow. See, I'm not, admittedly, I'm not a huge, like, Star Trek, like, I don't know, Star Wars, Star Trek, any stuff like that, like, I don't know a lot about, but I think it's cool, and I've seen a lot of posts today about it, so you're obviously a huge fan.
I'm a little bit of a fan. I have the, it's not really a painting, but it's all the movie posters of the 6 movies, the episode 1 through 6, above my TV in my living room. Because,
Wait.
and my kids like it. We watched all the movies leading up to Rise of Skywalker last year,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
May the 4th be with you, too. Michelle.
What do you nerd out? What do you nerd out on, man? If you're not a huge Star Wars fan, there's got to be something besides music.
Ancient Aliens.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like that show.
Hair, dude. That guy's hair.
Yeah, it's wild. No, I don't know. I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, really. And I don't have a favorite movie series or whatever you'd call it. I did binge watch Ozark on Netflix. That was dope.
I've not watched that yet.
Yeah, it's good. But and I like documentaries. I'll just lay on the couch and fall asleep watching random documentaries, whatever. I don't really care what they're about. For some reason, I just like documentaries.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
You gotta get in on that once in a while.
Yeah.
So what's your do you guys have any? I mean, before, because we've already been doing this for 45 minutes, but what's the rest of the year look like? Do you guys have any kind of inclination of what you're going to be doing, as far as playing, being let out of the house? Is there music on the way? Like anything that the band themselves that you guys are trying to do yet this year, given the state of the world?
Well, we have the support tour with Fozzy, and that's in July. So right now, technically that's still on the books. Well, I mean, with the state of everything right now, who knows? But that's on the books. So as of now, it's still scheduled to proceed. So we'll see how all that unfolds. But in general, working on music, not necessarily new music to put out, because the crappy thing with the timing for us is we just dropped a new album, this past summer, so I guess that's almost a year, but we were really only one single deep, and then started, working on the Listen to Your Heart stuff, and, with the coronavirus, as radio, everyone's working from home now, building studios in their houses. It's like everyone's just trying to do what they can, and no one knows what the outcome's going to be. So it was a little bit difficult to, kind of difficult to work another single, because it's like, right now, what do you do,
Right.
So what's the approach going to be? What do we want to do after this? There's just a lot of things that when you're working on a song, working on a single or something, you kind of have a mindset of what that is going to lead into next, or how that's going to coincide with a tour and stuff. And like I said, we have that July tour on the books, but that was originally scheduled for April, and that would have coincided with Listen to Your Heart being a single. So it's like, I think a lot of artists, a lot of bands are trying to navigate how to work their albums now, and no one really knows when touring's going to come back for sure. So I think right now we just play it out, see how it all goes, and in the interim, like everyone else, start working on more social media stuff, going live like this, and just staying in touch with the fans, staying in touch with everyone. And that's really what it's all about anyways. So
Right.
we're actually working on a few cool shows that I can't announce yet, but each band member is going to have their own show, and we got a lot of cool things to announce here pretty soon. So
I was
social
going to
media,
ask you that, but never mind.
yeah.
Well, cool, man. Well, we'll keep watching it. Give me all the socials so people can follow you, because I don't remember them
So
off the top of my head.
we're at T Fire Music on Instagram, Twitter, and just look up Through Fire on Facebook, and like us there. And what else is there? Am I missing something? Or those are the three main ones. We're gonna start
Through Fire
doing.
on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we do have a YouTube channel. Good, Cutter.
Yeah, you do. Listen to Your
Subscribe,
Heart has been viewed a couple of times on YouTube.
subscribe to our channel.
Just a couple million, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think
Um,
it's like 2.5 million almost now. So yeah,
yeah,
people are listening.
yeah.
And then of course we have Spotify, so check us out there. Our monthly users keep going up. So yeah, people are at home listening to us. That's great, and we
Have you
appreciate it.
guys had the conversation? And I'm just curious, and I'm going to ask you this because we're friends. I don't know if I'd ask other people this because this gets into some business stuff. But have you guys had the conversation about the possibility of not releasing physical records and just doing it?
I mean, it's something that has definitely been a topic of conversation, just because there's a trend. Eventually that's probably what's going to happen with the industry in general. So I mean, we've kind of talked about how that would look in the future. What does that really mean and stuff. But I think I seen, I don't know who it was, but someone released like a bonus cassette, and a lot of people are doing like real like albums now. So I thought it would be cool to put out a cassette too. So I think there's always going to be that nostalgic feel. At some point, that's going to happen with CDs, after they go away for a while. I think everything will come back around, but ultimately it will be more of like probably a novelty. You know what I mean?
Right, right. I love my records. I won't lie. I love having my vinyl.
Yeah.
But it is, yeah. It's still so much easier to go. Wait,
And
let
I
me
love
mess
having
with-
CDs,
Hold on.
and
I'm
records.
gonna mess with my daughter. Hey
All right.
Alexa, play Through Fire. Oh, must not have heard me. Darn it. She has it. She takes it. She takes it out of the kitchen. We only have one Echo, right? She takes it out of the kitchen, brings it into her bedroom, and all day, all I hear is Alexa, skip. Alexa, skip. Alexa, play Panic at the Disco or whatever it is she's listening to today.
Right.
Set it off. She loves that band, but yeah, that's how it is. Like I taught them how to put records and stuff on, and they like listening to it. And I bought her a Panic at the Disco record. She's got a Taylor Swift record, a few years ago or whatever. But CDs, I don't even know if they've seen one other than the pile of random ones I have in my office.
Right.
So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah. It's a different world.
Let's see. Sarah says, always want a CD if you go to a show. Vinyl seems to be coming back. Still love CDs. Through Fire is one of the best bands I've ever seen and met with their fans. It totally rules.
Oh, thank you. Who was that?
That was
All the comments for some reason.
Zubin's.
Thank you very much.
Destiny. Well, cool. I guess on that note, because that's a positive, dude. Seriously, thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Give
I'm
it
sorry my
I'll figure it out
situation
better.
sucked with the amp and stuff.
We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do this again, and
Yeah,
we'll do
we
it.
should.
Maybe do it better. Figure it out.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. And again, follow us on T-Fire Music everywhere. And all our personals are our names / T-Fire Music, so it's pretty easy. Uh, and of
There you
course,
go.
thanks, Cutter. We love you. And Katie, I wish you could have joined in there. Oh, thank you. Love you, Katie.
Sorry, yeah, Kate.
Well, I'm gonna go eat some tacos.
I'm gonna
Tacos
give
and
it about
maybe
3
have.
minutes before Katie. I'm gonna give it about 3 minutes before Katie calls me and goes, "You idiot! This is how you do this."
Well, hold on. Yay. Yeah, we'll have her on next time too. It'll be all three of us.
We do a three-way.
Three-way.
Love to McCain. Absolutely.
Yeah.
See how
Awesome,
pretty he
man.
is in his new promo picture.
Oh, don't go there. I just, I don't get on Facebook a lot. I literally got on there. Well, I hit you up on there yesterday, but yeah, I
Yeah.
seen someone joking about that. Well, in my defense, that is literally a whole band picture that they had to crop down, so I had to be in a
Still,
certain age for that.
still. Yeah. What did they post? It was a GIF of Zoolander, right?
Yeah. Hey, shoot. It wasn't wrong. No shame.
No shame in that. All right, dude. Go eat your tacos. Love you long time, man. I appreciate
All
it.
right. Love you, bro. See you
All right,
later.
thanks for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Have a good night.
Yeah. Thank you.